Listen, what a pleasure.
Thank you.
What a pleasure. Oh, the athletes we've spoken to since they've come back from Sochi, and even some after Vancouver. Vancouver, they knew more, but Sochi didn't really know how we were reacting back home when you were there in the bubble. Did you know what was going on back here?
I heard a little bit, and when you go into media center, they show you an image of your family and friends, but no, we didn't know how much, and my friends were telling me it was crazy as much as it was in Vancouver, and that's something very special, yeah.
So now that you're done, how do you feel?
I feel great.
Yeah.
I feel great. I feel like I've done everything I could done in my sport, and that I could give to my sport, and now I'm retiring as the best skier I could ever been, and I mean, there's more good kids coming up, and I can't follow them anymore.
Most people won't ever get to compete at a high level, but it's teaching kids the value, teaching adults the value of being healthy.
Healthy, having fun and play and sports. For me, sport has been the school of life. That's where I've learned my discipline, that really that I used in school. That's how I learned to deal with stress. That's how I learned a lot of things. That's how I learned my English. Definitely not in the Quebec school.
That's another interview altogether.
But yeah, so it's been great. And that's where I learned a lot of values.
Watching that sport as much as we do, and that's one of the sports that Canada's always been pretty good at. You know, even in the 90s, you could see Canada starting to develop in that world. Why do you think we took to that?
Since the early stages, the sport started here, or in Canada, so we created good coaches, we created good athletes, and we created inspiration. So that goes around. Like I got inspired by Jean-Luc. I went to a freestyle club, and there was good coaches there. So
we have a Jean-Luc clip here, I think.
And the sun shines.
Oh yeah.
On Jean-Luc Brossard.
So Jean-Luc is known for pumping. He is pumping his knees up and down through this middle section. He is so tight. He is so clean. There it is.
You remember that Norwegian moment, right?
I remember. I was 7 years old in my living room in Rosemere, and I was jumping like I was absorbing like Jean-Luc.
Yeah.
And I was jumping everywhere. I looked at my mom, and that month, my mom told me that I was supposed to stop hockey. I was actually a hockey player, like any good Canadian. So my sister and my brother were eating poutine and drinking slush in the arena.
Yeah,
so
that is very stereotypical, right there, yeah.
So she said, okay, you're going to stop hockey and we'll do a family sport, which is skiing. And so I had no choice. And then I saw Jean-Luc winning the Olympic gold, and I was like, I turned around to her and I said, it's maybe dangerous, but that's the only deal I'm going to cut with you. I want to get into freestyle skiing. So she says, okay, it's a deal.
So when you play now, are you that guy who plays in your league with your buddies? Are you super competitive?
I'm competitive in anything I do in life.
Like you yell at the referees and still get nasty on the ice?
Oh, yeah.
But it all worked out. I mean, you got those right there, right?
Yeah,
Look at these.
There's
Look at this.
Two.
This is the Russian one, and there's the Vancouver one, right? There you go. Wow, that's the medal.
Actually, the Russian, I think they're 1 gram or heavier than the Vancouver one.
Yeah, because the only person more competitive than you is Vladimir Putin, right? He's like, how much? I want this to be more. So, do you ever like just at home? You come across them and look at them, and what do you think about?
No, for me, like they're hardware, and they're not important. The title, the work behind is a lot more, and for me, it's hardware. So that's why I don't like to wear them. Like every time I do an event with my brother, I put them in his neck. He's more happy than ever, and it puts him in. He loves the attention, and he deserves it.
Stick around more with Alex Bilodeau right after this. All right, coming up, Alex and his brother Frederick, this famous hug, and the impact it made way beyond the slopes. Interesting moment, man.
Yeah, thanks. It's definitely moments that I've received so many comments and emails, and to tell you a little story, after Vancouver, there was a little girl who wrote me an email on my Facebook page, and she told me, you know, I'm in grade 3. I've got a little sister that got cerebral palsy. She's 1 year younger, and she loves to come and bring me with my mom to my school every morning. But at school, everybody laughs at me because I got a little sister. And she says that the night that you won, I came back on the Monday at home at school, and my little sister comes out of the car and wanted to say good day, and so she told me that day she became a rock star at the school because everybody came to her and said, is your sister got the same thing as the brother of Frederick? And I've got many stories like these. When you're reading that, I fell in tears. Like seriously, she says, "Thank you for changing my life." I'm like, oh my God, like it's not me. It's my brother that did it. But yeah, like that's how deep. Like it's more than sport. It's more than sport, and I'm very proud to be Canadian for that. And the way the networks put that in, like it was well placed, and that's why I've heard many different people saying, "Oh, you put your brother, you use the spotlight to put," and it makes more spotlight. I don't give a shit about these comments because he's why he's changing life, and he's the reason why we've raised close to $1 million for CAFC, Canadian Pediatric Health Centers, and that's why I want to continue. And he loves to be implicated. And when I look at my brother, I'm like, okay, we've raised that much money for research or database for cerebral palsy, and he's like, good, let's do more. He even motivates me on that way.
Thank you so much for your time, man. Merci.
Thank you very much.
The gold medal winner in moguls.
Thank you. I actually got a gift for you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Thank you. Look at this.
From all the Canadian Olympic team, thank you for your support.
Oh, thank you, man.
Thanks.
Dude, I'm going to wear that. Thank you.
Thank
the
you
way
very
this
much.
winter is going, you never know.
Oh, yeah.
Your gold medal winner in men's moguls, Alex Bilodeau. We'll be right back.